Good morning. Welcome to April 27th, Monday morning. I just pray that you had a great day yesterday and were able to join us for worship yesterday morning. We are able to go through exactly seeing how God transfer His power and authority into us to be His disciples. And today we're going to be getting into 1 Kings 3 through 5, and wisdom is the main topic of in 1 Kings here today. And we see Solomon, who is put in place as far as the king, and he's looking at building the temple. He's looking at doing a lot of different things, and what we know of Solomon, he was a great man of wealth and wisdom, but we kind of take that for granted that he always had that in place. But the Lord came to him one day and basically said, pick one thing that you would like, and as far as we know, he could have picked anything. He could have picked more riches and more power, more fame, whatever it would be, but he asked for wisdom, and I was thinking about that and how important that is for us to have wisdom, not knowledge, but wisdom. Sometimes book knowledge oversees, and I call it common sense, but wisdom is a big thing. Things that we can look at, and again, I think common sense and wisdom are a lot of the same things. And really how we're lacking that, particularly today. Sometimes you look at things and you think, man, they just had a little wisdom on how they were doing this. And for me, I use the word, if they only had some common sense, which isn't very common nowadays. But here's Solomon again. He could use it, ask for anything that he wanted, and he asked for that wisdom that the Lord can give him, and that came in so important into his ministry and his leadership over the years. It's kind of incredible, just kind of watching and seeing how that part of his life developed and turned into things that were just outstanding. And again, those are things that we hear. How wise King Solomon was, and going into Luke 20, it's here. There's just a lot of different parables that Jesus is talking about, and one was, the decisions on accepting the authority, and again, I think wisdom falls into that. If these people down in the vineyard would have been just wise and understood that, the owner of the vineyard was sending these people and his son and the different things that were happening, they probably wouldn't have ended up in the situation they were in. And to me, it's not unlike the story in 1 Kings this morning about the two mothers, fighting over a baby, and finally, King Solomon said, I'll just slice him in half, and the true mother said, no, if that's the case, give him to the woman. And he knew right there again, because of his wisdom, on what he should be doing. But to me, the woman who showed, she also showed wisdom, I think, and love as a mother to this child, to say, what, no, I don't want to sacrifice my baby. And these guys who are in the vineyard too, if they would have only sat down and really, again, used wisdom and used common sense, they wouldn't have ended up in the things that would have happened. And some of the questions that are asked about the resurrection and the Pharisees and the Sadducees, is asking Jesus really, as far as I can see, dumb questions, because no matter how he answered, it wasn't going to be how they wanted it. And again, we see that in the political realms of things even today. It doesn't matter what some of these politicians say, the other side's going to just turn it around and use it against them. So Again, I think Jesus was trying to show or teach his disciples some wisdom here and how to deal with things. So I just pray you have a great week this week. And again, please, if you have any prayer requests, praise reports, anything, send me a message and we'll get that out there. But have a great week, and I will see you in the morning.